Good morning, friends, and happy Sunday. It is the 21st of July, and yet again, as per usual, I do not know what Flosstube number this is. This is Katie Carney, and this is Katie Carney Stitching, and this is a video mostly about cross stitch. I don't have a ton to show today, but I did get my Frogwarts box last week, and I wanted to do an unboxing at the end. So first off, if you have gotten that box and you didn't open it yet, which I don't know why you would have waited, don't watch the end of this video. And I will try to make a note of the time I start, and I'll put the timestamp below. So yeah, I hope you're all well. It's 9:30 on Sunday, and I've had a horrible day. Horrible. It started off this morning. I got up at 5:30 to use the loo, and on my way back, I glanced at my nightstand, which is where my cell phone sits, and there was a message. The screen was black, and at the top it said, "Corrupt data. Try to restart or factory reset." And I was like, oh no. No. It's like 5:30 in the morning. But of course, that wakes you up. And so I tried to restart, and I was like, it'll just restart. It was fine last night. No, that's not what happened. So I had to get out of bed, turn on my computer. Luckily, I got a Google representative. I have a Pixel, I have a Google phone. I got a representative from Google on chat right away, and it took about 2 hours. I had to factory reset my phone. And then, of course, I had to verify my identity through Google, but I couldn't get my phone to turn on. And so they wanted me to use my phone to say that it was me. And luckily, I have a tablet that I use for Pattern Keeper, and it's a Samsung tablet logged into my Google account. But I haven't used Pattern Keeper in a couple weeks, so the tablet was dead. I'm trying to it was a disaster. I lost a lot. And I didn't lose a lot. My phone had backed up at like 12:30, so it happened sometime between then and 5:30. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I don't know what happened. They said it could have been a virus, or I downloaded something corrupt. I was like, I didn't download. The phone was working fine last night, and I didn't have any problems. And then I woke up, and here we are. Anyway, the worst part is to log into my work computer, I have to use my cell phone to verify that it's me. It's a double two-step verification. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? So anyway, that was my morning. The phone seems to be working now. It's charging because, needless to say, re-downloading all my apps and then re-downloading all my messages and everything took a while, and the phone was very hot. So fingers crossed that it all works out. Anyway, other than that, life is pretty good. It's July. It has been incredibly hot here. My brother was in, not last week, but the week before. I got practically no stitching done. And then last week I traveled for work a lot. I was on the road almost every day. I was in Harrisburg one day, Lock Haven one day. And when you're on the road like that, you get home and you're brain dead and you don't want to stitch. So I didn't get a ton of stitching done. And then yesterday afternoon, I sat myself down in my chair and I put on, it's called Why Women Kill. It was a TV show a couple years ago. I sat there and I watched that, and I stitched and stitched and stitched and stitched. So I only have 2 projects to show you, but most of the work was done yesterday. All right. So first off, oh, Lord help us. My floss is stuck to my needle. Okay. First off is my July Quaker. So this is by From the Heart Needle Arts. So I'm almost done. I should finish this one this month, and then I will be caught back up. But I didn't center it properly, so I'm only gonna have like an inch at the top to lace this, but that's fine. So here's what I have so far. So you can see this is the top. I don't have much room left up here. July will go here where it says July, and then there's this motif. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. There's this motif here, and then there's one more here, and then I'm done. Let's see if I can fix the light. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. I turned my ring light on, which I was loath to do, but I did it anyway, just for you. It puts off heat, and it's hot, and I didn't want to do that, but here we are. Anyway, that is much better. I should just do that and not be lazy. So I have this motif here, one here, and then July, and that'll be it. So I'm hoping I won't... Wow, auspicious today. I have to sing at Mass in like an hour. It's not looking great for me. I won't finish this today, but I'll definitely finish it this week, and I know which small I'm going to work on next. And the colors for this are 2 DMCs and 3 DMCs. It used that red. It was like almost a half a skein of DMC. It used a lot. So 37777 and then 931 and 3750. I love the colors on this one. It doesn't scream Americana, but it definitely is, which is what I love for July. All right, so it's also Christmas in July. So the only other project that I have been working on is my Christmas spirit. And this is my focus piece for the month. Define focus. So this is using a 32 count natural linen and the called for DMC. And this is my oldest whip, and I got a good amount of work done. So the last time I showed it to you, I said I really wanted to finish his face and beard, and yesterday I did. So it's not perfect, and I'm not gonna lie, I got to the point with the confetti that I was just kind of guessing, just filling in, putting a length of thread in the correct color and just going and filling in. That's what I did yesterday. I couldn't tell where I had made mistakes, where I hadn't. I should not have stopped before I finished the beard. That's on me. But you know, you get bored working on the same thing. It's hard. Anyway, I think it looks fine. I think his face looks pretty good. And then once I finish that, all of this brown and red down here, I worked on that last night. So let's see if I can make this a little easier for you to see. I was so ready to work with the red. So ready. So here is the entire piece so far. And I'm going to keep working on this for the rest of the month. And I do love it. And like I said, I'm using the called for DMC, which looks like it's been on a ring for a couple years, which it has. All right, now I do have plans, so hang on one second. Let me, well, you don't have to hang on. I'll be right back. So because I have no chill and I love lavender and lace, I bought this as a kit. It was a freebie from Lavender and Lace, and it's the 1994 Christmas ornament. It's the Blessed Mother holding the baby Jesus. I bought it all kitted up. So this calls for 32 count cream linen 2/2, and I am assuming that's what this is. That's what it looks like. Although, it looks small. And then it came with the lace. So I'm going to make a copy of the pattern. And then I'm going to put all this floss probably on drops, and then I don't think I'll keep it. It is very, very old DMC, so I don't want to take a chance of with my newer DMC that this is like different colors or faded. So I'm going to use this, and then I don't know what I'll do with it. But that's my plan for my next small, is to get that started. And then we're at 9:45, short video today. And I'm going to start showing you the Frogwarts Year 5 box. So the first thing is, this is from the Black Needle Society. I do not participate in their retreat. It's a digital retreat. It's like 5 days long, and very, very intense, and not my thing. So I do not participate. I spend a obscene amount of money for this box, and at the end of the day, I'm spending a lot of money for a mug, a pattern, and the floss that I get. Everything else, some of it I'll use, a lot of it I won't. So we'll see. Anyway, this came in the front of the box, and that is just the what's in there, and then they always send you a little note about the digital retreat. So this year they always send, there's going to be some crinkling. I guess I don't have to open this. They always send a bag. I actually really like the size of this bag this year, and it is the front page of the Quibbler magazine by Luna Lovegood's father, and then also on the back is like an advertisement for it. So I do like the bag. And then we got stitching challenges inspired by the Wizarding World. Hang on, let me read that because I didn't really understand what it was. Let's see. The ministry is interfering at Hogwarts, and the High Inquisitor has made quite a few proclamations. Can you fulfill them? It's cards to help inspire your stitching throughout the year. Pick a card when you need help choosing your next project. So actually, maybe this might be fun. Steph and I often stitch similar things, and she'll often ask me, or I'll ask her what I should work on. So maybe, Steph, we can use these. We'll see. Then we got a tea ball that came. It's actually really pretty, but I don't drink a ton of loose tea. Again, I apologize for the crinkling. So it is there's the case for it. And it says, Madame Puttyfoot's Tea and Cakes. And mine is in horrible shape, but that's the tea ball that sits in there. Mine looks like it was in a war. Let's see. Use this to steep your loose tea. It just says to use it for your tea. Hang on. Ooh, my allergies. Oh, there was tea. I actually didn't remember that there was tea. So this is a black tea blend with rose hips, hibiscus flowers, and rose petals. That's a lot of rose for tea. So this is the Valentine blend. All right, so the back says it's black tea with hibiscus, apple, rose hips. Hopefully that's a typo and there's not 2 rose hips in there. Natural strawberry flavor, strawberries and raspberry leaves. Rose hips can be rose is overwhelming. Okay. Then this is always the highlight, and I really liked these this year. So this is one of the things why I get this, and that's the Retreat in a Box Every Flavor Floss instead of Every Flavor Bean. By Color and Cotton, and they kicked it out of the park this year. So we got squash, popcorn, which is just a off-white, grass, licorice, and plum tart. Ooh, I love that. Gonna have to make something for Fra with that. I use these when I need like a single color. So I do get some use out of these, and I really like the colors this year. Like, really like them. They were definitely a highlight of the box. Alright, so now for some not highlights of the box. They sent a bag this year, and I'll never carry this. I mean, I'm not 12. So it's Weasley is Our King. It's a Quidditch bag. It is, for me, just way too childish. I'm never going to carry this. So, but what can you do? I'm 37 and still like Harry Potter, so that lends itself to some things that are a little too immature even for me. And then this is another thing that I was like, ugh. So one of the parts of the book and the movie is they sell these skiving snack boxes. So it's these things that like get you out of class. You would take a chocolate candy. So anyway, it is a literal snack box. It's huge, and then it's got like plastic compartments, and I guess you're supposed to put snacks in it. There's a hole at the top. I don't know what that's for. I don't have any idea what you're supposed to use this for. None. I have no idea. When I opened it, I couldn't figure it out at all. Oh, it is a accessory organizer. I don't know. That was not for me. Let's see, a couple more things. We did get a sticker, which I love, which is I Must Not Tell Lies, with the quill, which is Umbridge making the bad kids right. And then the needle minder this year I did not like. So it is supposed to be the galleon that they use to communicate for Dumbledore's army. But it's really hard to read. I'll never be able to get it in. And then I guess I kind of thought that they would put like one of the messages on it that they send out. I don't know. It was not my favorite. That's okay. And then we got a floss organizer with a cat for Umbridge. So it's one of her, I'm assuming one of the plates she hangs in her office. And then, we got two zipper pulls, one of which is Bellatrix. And then Sirius Black. So these are from the really awesome Black family tapestry that hangs on the wall. So you can see with Sirius Black's, his face is not there because his mother burned it out. And now it is time for the piece de resistance, the mug. So the mug every year is a little different. This one is it's like clear scenes from the movie. I don't know how to describe it. But I do like it. So there's the first DA meeting, I think. And then there's Luna practicing at a DA meeting. There's when Dumbledore disappears. And there is the fight at the Ministry of Magic. So that's the mug for year 5. My favorite, so I have to say, I know I say this every year, the first year was really, really, really good. I loved everything we got first year. A lot of it, it was mostly like Harry Potter Stitchy themed. The first stitch marker was excellent and personalized. The second year was personalized also. They've gotten progressively harder to read, to figure out what they are. The first year was excellent. And this year I think was better than I don't know. I spend a lot of money for a mug, a pattern, and some floss. But you can't buy the patterns until they're all done, and you can't buy the mugs, and you can't buy the floss. So here we are in January. They also pick a horrible time. So I pay for this, which I also don't like this, and I have never liked this. You pay for this in January and then you don't get it until mid-July. And I don't like that personally. But again, I put up with it because I want the mug, the pattern, and the floss. And it's only 2 more years at this point, so it's fine. Anyway, I actually really liked the pattern this year. So this is the pattern. I will not be doing it on that pink fabric. I do mine on a neutral shade. And you can see here the bottom one. That's it on, this is more yellow than my fabric is. And then we'll see how this pattern is to read. Their patterns are not great. The pattern is awesome, but they're not great to read, and I always have a lot of issues with their patterns, and that's frustrating, but that's okay. I feel like I'm complaining a lot, and I apologize for that. I really like the box. That's why I get it. I really like the patterns. I think they're going to eventually look like amazing drums. I just have to have the courage to make a drum and finish them all. So yeah, no regrets getting it, but probably I'm just a cheapskate and very particular about what I buy with my money. I don't know. Anyway, wow, what a day I'm having, and wow, what a negative, there's something on my eye, what a negative video I'm making. I'm sorry, friends. I don't mean it like that. Anyway, please don't hate me. I hope that you're all well. Happy Sunday. Stay cool. Know that I'm thinking about you and that I'm grateful that you're here and that you listen to me even when I complain. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Stay safe.